Let's be adults here, because I'm gonna talk about the feelings in your lower body regions. I said let's be adults here. Greetings from me, you're watching WromWrom, the channel sharing the joy of sim racing. Today we're once again reviewing a sim racing product that could interest you. Thanks to all those who come here often, especially those who subscribe, and even more our patrons. My name is Serta and I will be your host for this video. There's a lot of haptic feedback systems in the market, starting with the ever-so-present force feedback delivered by the wheelbases, any kind of transducer or similar systems like the 3D Wrap Feeling Pro, or even the force feedback that Simocube active pedals bring. They're not there just to give your joints a jolt, they can inform the way you drive. And we all can attest to the big change that a direct drive base brings to our driving because of the better force feedback and the finer feedback it delivers. Race drivers often talk about driving by the seat of their pants, and anybody who's driven a race car can attest to how much the information our body gets informs the way we drive. This is what the Sensit system, the Immersion Meta Haptics cushion set, is trying to do here. Does it feel good? Does it make you faster? Let's find out. The system is very easy to set up. You just put the cushions in place, connect the cables to the controller box, connect the box to the USB and to a mains plug, and that's it. You may need to get the original bottom cushion from your seat out, which luckily on my SimLab seat was easy as it's just velcroed on. Sensit even has two different connectors for the back and the bottom cushions where the transducers are, so you can't mistake which goes where. Then you either use the Sensit software, which at the moment supports Kunos, AC, ACC and AC Evo and iRacing, and very soon also Le Mans Ultimate and the latest F1 games, or you use the ever reliable SimHub. I mean, SimHub nowadays supports kinda everything. I wouldn't be surprised if it ends up supporting my coffee machine one of these days. But according to Sensit, using SimHub should be the second choice, as their software is set up to support the cushions better, and that's because it can relay the information to the transducers faster, as it works with 100 Hz against the 60 Hz of SimHub, and of course because it's specially built for them. With their software, you can have the transducers transmit some feeling on gear change, ABS activation, tire slip, and of course the motor vibration. And yes, I did feel all of those in some way or another. Now, you will have to learn how it feels with these cushions, because it's of course impossible to translate the feelings of a real life car one-to-one to a transducer system, but as I said, I felt all of those in one way or the other. Setting up SimHub is quite easy too. While Sensit does not deliver a SimHub file you can import, they do deliver a setup one-pager that is easy to understand and use if you kinda know your way around SimHub. Fine-tuning the settings to your liking is then left to you, which makes sense. Just be aware too many signals at the same time may muddle the overall signal the transducers give. The cushions have a total of 8 transducers, 4 on the bottom cushion, 4 on the back cushion, and of course each transducer has its own channel and can be set up separately in SimHub, as well as on their software, but it's a bit more difficult to find. And before you ask, the cushions are only available in black, but an expansion of the color palette is planned for next year. If you like what we're doing here on WromWrom and want to support us, it's easy, just a few clicks. Like, subscribe and set the notification bell. Takes less than a Hamilton pit stop. Thanks for your support. Did the Sensit make me faster? Coincidentally, I was faster on Assetto Corsa Competizione when using it, but on the other sims I was not significantly faster. I'm not sure if it's a fluke, but them's the facts. One thing it did was improve the immersion, giving me further feedback to what I was doing on track. And it informed me of what was happening before the visuals did, as I felt it on the seat of my pants. With a price of €700, which is not chump change, this is not a must and nothing you'll buy on your first day of sim racing, but If you want to have that tad more of immersion and of racing feeling, you may want to dish out the money for this, just as you may have done for the 3D wrap system or any transducers, or even Simocube's active pedals. Transducers have always been a good way to inform the driver, as the ImSim system shows me every time I've sat on it. To my surprise, these transducers do so too, in a way that made me drive a tad faster even. Go figure. Is it something you need to have? Nah. But it's something you may want to have to get a better immersion. Now, where's the setting for a shiatsu massage?